What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video, and today I am doing a Los Angeles Rams rebuild. Now, this was a highly requested rebuild, and of course my usual answer to this when people asked for it was, hey, I've already done the Rams. I did a 3-part series where we rebuilt them year by year, did 3 years for 3 episodes. But you know what? It's not good enough. Some people like the traditional rebuild format. In fact, a lot of you guys do. So I am going to give you the LA Rams rebuild here. Rebuild every day of December. I am going unbelievably hard with YouTube lately. I'm not sleeping. I actually am. I'm just not doing anything else. But yeah, LA Rams rebuild. They've been very good this year. It was only a matter of time before they bounce back with a great head coach like Sean McVay and some of the great playmakers they have, especially on defense. One of the best defensive players in NFL history. I don't think it's a stretch to say that at all. Aaron Donald has dominated from the moment he entered the NFL in 2014 up until now, and has continued it. Aaron Donald is amazing and probably will continue to be a focal part of this rebuild video. And let's just hop into it. So this is the team, and as much as I love my guy Malcolm Brown, hook 'em horns, I'm starting Cam Akers. Younger, rookie out of Florida State, star or better development, but let's be honest, it's going to be star dev. Looks pretty good. Well-rounded, should be a really, really good player for us. Hopefully for a long time, as long as we can develop him, although sometimes it is very, very difficult to do that in Madden. Receiver, gotta love this receiving duo, and that is really what it is at the moment. I don't love Josh Reynolds as a 3. I do, however, like Van Jefferson as a potential 3 down the line. Another rookie, real good route runner. That's, I think, his best asset right now, is what he brings to the table as a route runner. Even if he really can't go over the top and get deep on a lot of guys, he's a really solid route runner, which is why it's funny that deep threat is his archetype and route runner is not. But I'm probably going to play him over Josh Reynolds. Cooper Kupp is a beast. Robert Woods is a really good player. Here's the problem with Robert Woods, though, is he's 28. He's at that magic year of regression. And while I'm not going to trade him this year, he has 6 years remaining on his contract. This is really, really awful. I need to get rid of this. And with the Rams, they don't have any money. I need to make a lot of moves. Cooper Kupp, he's another guy who signed an extension. Also, he has like black hair. I don't know. We'll have to see that in a second. But look at this contract. Signed for the next 4 years. That also gets really, really expensive after this year. We're going to have to make money and stat. I don't know where he's getting this black hair from, but I swear it's way lighter in real life. I think it's like light blonde. I don't know. Andrew Whitworth is 38. Yep. And also expensive, but he's not going to be around for too long. I wouldn't worry about his 3-year contract. He's going to retire. I think there's almost no way he stays and plays out that contract. I like David Edwards. I like Austin Blythe. I think Austin Corbett could be a decent player. Not sure about for us, though. And then Rob Havenstein's a fine right tackle. Tyler Higbee, Gerald Everett is a fine combo at tight end. Like Bryson Hopkins a lot, too. I think he's a fine third tight end. Can I stop saying fine for everybody? At linebacker, it could be better. Troy Reader, Micah Kaiser, not great. Leonard Floyd, not great. Samson Ebukam is a decent player. I think we'll be able to develop him just fine. Obo Okoronkwo is there. Derek Rivers, I mean, there's not much to say about some of these guys. I think I like Terrell Burgess to play over Taylor Rapp, the rookie out of Utah, and what a secondary Utah had. If you look at all the players that came out of there in the past couple years, even just last year, Terrell Burgess, Jalen Johnson, Julian Blackman, Javelin Guidry. Well, and not that Javelin Guidry is anything special per se. I might even move Taylor Rapp to middle linebacker, by the way. Play like the hybrid money backer role. Dude's got 84 speed and looks like a damn Keebler elf. What is that? It's not a face scan, obviously. I see the comment section be like, oh, that's a terrible face scan. He's not face scanned. He's not face scanned. They can't just force guys, hold them down, say, you're going to get face scanned. Doesn't exactly work like that. But, yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're due, by the way. As we got Jalen Ramsey, he's been amazing this year. And it's almost like he's an amazing player. Not really shocked. John Johnson, a strong safety. We got, this guy has played unreal. Darius Williams kind of came out of nowhere and has had one of the best seasons of any cornerback so far. His passer rating allowed is so low. He's been a beast. On the defensive line, Troy Hill's in there as well, David Long. The defensive line kind of goes without saying. Like, Michael Brockers is really good. I don't know why he's only an 81 overall. I feel like he should be rated, like, way higher. But Aaron Donald, as we talked about him already, is just one of the best defensive players of all time. He is unbelievable. But you better believe it, because he's going to be really, really good for us. And even though he's crazy expensive, I also don't care, because he's so amazing. I mean, you'd kill to get a player like this. Maybe not literally. Maybe it depends. Depends on your position, I guess. And plus, you guys know I love to draft defensive tackles anyway. We have Sebastian Joseph Day, Greg Gaines, A'Shawn Robinson. A'Shawn Robinson is only 25. I guess I would have thought he was a little bit older. So is Sebastian Joseph Day, but he's not going to offer anything as a pass rusher. Yeah, I mean, he's a nose tackle. So that's not exactly shocking to see that he has 66 power moves as his highest pass rush move by a lot. Greg Gaines is young as well. But again, I'm not really sure he offers a whole ton. I don't know what we're going to do yet on the defensive line. We're going to figure something out. See, Michael Brockers is another weird situation, because even though he's a really good player, he is 29. He's not that highly rated, and he does have 3 years remaining on his deal. So many guys are so expensive. Something's got to give. I will be doing a realistic rebuild of the Rams later down the line, and it says our cap room is 49 mil. It's certainly not. It's going to end up being a lot less. See, where was I? I mentioned I'm going to do a realistic Rams rebuild down the line. This might not be that, because it's going to be very, very difficult to manage some of these salaries when you figure that so many of these guys are signed long term. If you think about the guys signed through 2023 alone, Goff is over 30 mil. He's not worth even close to this. He is a puppet for Sean McVay. Jalen Ramsey, really, really good. Not worried about that. Aaron Donald, really, really good. Not worried about that. Cooper Kupp, I don't know. It's a lot of money. I think he'll probably end up being worth that for me. Robert Woods is certainly not. Tyler Higbee, probably not either. I mean, Johnny Hecker isn't even. Best punter in the NFL, by the way. Just, it's not going to really do much for rebuild. Also, Tyquan Lewis is not who this is. This is Terrell Lewis. Why did I say Tyquan? Terrell Lewis is super young and good. I might want to figure out a way to play him. Well, it's not that he's like so good, right? This was someone who at Alabama was always supposed to be breaking out and never quite did. Super crazy athletic profile. I'd probably rather play him than Leonard Floyd, honestly. Floyd might be somebody I trade. He's got a massive head. It's the size of his entire torso. I mean, are you seeing that? So many guys on the Rams are actually not face scanned. Aaron Donald should be. Yeah, look at Aaron Donald. He looks interesting. Look at Jalen Ramsey. All right. Look at Leonard Floyd, which is a face scan. His head is huge. He looks like a big fish. Okay, monster trade to start out. Monster trade. I get that this isn't the picture of realism. I'm fully aware. But Tyler Higbee, big contract, 27 years old, isn't going to continue to develop. Leonard Floyd, final year of his deal. Higbee, by the way, has a few years remaining. Gerald Everett in behind him is in the last year of his contract, but I would rather have Gerald Everett because I can give him whatever I want, essentially. Leonard Floyd had to go. Too expensive, not good enough. I'll play Terrell Lewis and try to develop him. And then Jared Goff, not even close to worth his contract. I needed to get rid of it quickly, and we've done that. So while I'm basically sacrificing being super competitive this year, I'm setting us up way better for the future. Josh Reynolds, final year of his deal as well. He's got to go. Man, A'Shawn Robinson's getting paid a ton too. Who else do I really need to move? I mean, Darius Williams is also in the final year of his deal, as is Troy Hill. Troy Hill, I should move more than anybody. John Johnson. Again, I've ranted about this name before. If your last name is Johnson, don't name your kid John Johnson. And then don't do that 2 more times. John Johnson, John Johnson Jr., here's John Johnson III. I hope to God there's not John Johnson IV. It's literally John, son of John, Johnson, John Johnson. There's a lot. There's too many Johns to even realize, dude. It's like a toilet area outside a stadium. Okay, it's going to be Josh Reynolds, Troy Hill, and Obo Okoronkwo. for a first-round pick from the Jets, and they're actually usually pretty good in sim when you start from the year, like at the beginning of the year, and not actually jumping midway through. We do need a QB. I think this team could be pretty good. I know we just got rid of a QB, right? We got rid of a 78 overall normal development quarterback. We honestly didn't lose a whole lot, so I'm not really too stressed about that. If I want to be somewhat competitive, I'll go out and bring in Colin Kaepernick. He's going to be in free agency. He's going to be available. I can just do that if I want. I like how Colin Kaepernick isn't even a free agent. See the NFL logo behind everybody? He's just got a big 7. All right. I mean, he's super expensive, but he is an 81 overall. I mean, he's got decent numbers. Look at that in the game, man. He doesn't even have the free agent uniform. He's got the blackout. Okay. I mean, Josh Rosen's here. Is that better? I almost feel like it is. I'm going to sign Josh Rosen. Maybe we can develop him. He's only 23 years old. Was thrown into a really tough spot with that whole Arizona debacle. But I think I'm pretty much done making trades for right now. Like, yeah, some guys who are in the final year of their deal, like Darius Williams, we might not be able to bring back some of these guys. Gerald Everett. I don't really want to trade him, though, because I want a shot to bring some of these guys back. Mid-season mark, we are 6-2 with Josh Rosen. You love to see it. He's up to a 69 overall. Nice. And he's actually developed really, really quickly. I mean, I thought it was a decent idea to sign him. I feel like a lot of these guys are developing quickly, which I certainly would not complain about, and I'm not going to. John Johnson is an impending free agent, as is Darius Williams, Gerald Everett, Austin Blythe, Josh Rosen, Samson Ebukam. Definitely want to bring some of these guys back, especially John Johnson. He's only 24 years old, really good player. Worst case scenario, he ends up transitioning into like a linebacker role because of his speed, but I don't even think he's going to have to. Not really sure about what I'm going to do with Josh Rosen just yet. I mean, I think I might be able to even trade him. Do I want to offer him a contract? I mean, this is too much if he's going to be a backup, but if he's going to be our starter, I'm going to give Josh Rosen a contract. Worst case scenario, draft a QB, maybe even sign a quarterback and trade him. So, Ebukam is back. Josh Rosen, Austin Blythe, Gerald Everett, Darius Williams, and John Johnson all return. Getting rid of Jared Goff really, really, really opened the door up for us to do some of these big moves in order to bring some of our best players back. Needed to happen. Jared Goff just was never going to be my guy. It was never going to happen. Wow, we didn't make the playoffs. Finished 8-8. Okay, I mean, that's a big collapse in the second half of the season. Oh my God. Just 5 straight losses. Oh, win, and then get murdered by the Seahawks 45-7. Brutal. I'm kind of shocked to see this team collapse so hard. 27th best offense. Maybe it was a poor decision to give Josh Rosen a contract extension. Oh, well. Cam Akers, decent year. I mean, it's not like Josh Rosen was too bad, right? He just was Josh Rosen. He didn't do anything amazing. Gerald Everett led the team in catches and yards. 9 touchdowns for Cooper Kupp. No one was exceptional. Terrell Burgess led the team in tackles at free safety with 101. 6 for loss, 2.5 sacks and a pick. Great rookie year. Aaron Donald had 26 sacks. Shattered the record for sacks in a year. Used to be 22.5 for Michael Strahan, and Aaron Donald just says, yeah, I'm going to do 26. He had 1 a game plus 10. Terrell Lewis had 7, 4.5 for Michael Brockers, 3.5 for Ebukam, 2.5 Terrell Burgess. A lot of guys even had 1 plus. I mean, how many sacks do we actually have? 3 picks for Jalen Ramsey, 2 for David Long. I mean, that's one of the most legendary seasons by a defense of all time. 52 sacks, but look at the Broncos. 58? The Broncos had 58 sacks. I mean, I don't even know what to say. The Broncos destroyed what we even did. Von Miller had 19.5. 13 for Bradley Chubb. 9.5 for Shelby Harris. And 9 for Jarrell Casey. Wow. Well, all right. That's something, huh? Lamar Jackson wins MVP. No Rams. NFC Offense Player of the Year, Russell Wilson. Back-to-back Saints at the top. Breeze at 3. Kamara at 4. Defensive Player of the Year. Who else? Aaron Donald. En route to being the best defensive player of all time. DeAndre Swift wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Cam Akers, unfortunately, at 2. Van Jefferson at 7. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Terrell Burgess. Terrell Lewis at 2. Jordan Fuller at 7. We didn't even talk about him. Another decent player. Rookie out of Ohio State. Can't really see him playing a huge role for us, but maybe down the line. You never really know. Josh Rosen's got to get traded. It was a mistake to extend him. I don't know why I decided to do it there. Browns win the Super Bowl over the Seahawks. I'm not bringing back Malcolm Brown. He's my guy, but I can't. I mean, everyone in here's got to go. Yeah, Cam Akers has that star dev. Just like expected, Andrew Whitworth is gone. Terrell Lewis got star dev. Terrell Burgess had star. So he doesn't go up, unfortunately. Although, not exactly a huge shock there. A'Shawn Robinson would be a 77 overall D tackle. Brockers probably has to go. We're going to have some tough decisions ahead of us. So we only have 1.49 mil to spend in free agency. Clearly, not going to be able to bring anybody in on that contract. There's no contract that's going to be able to be offered. It's just everyone's going to be more expensive than that. So, Josh Rosen, did he play well enough to warrant a draft day trade? He's a 70 overall. That really isn't bad, but it might just be right under the threshold for teams really having any interest in him. I wonder. We pick at number 6 overall. I'm going to try and trade him. Well, let me see the QB class first. Of course, I'm not using a realistic class. Using an auto-generated one for these. Don't really see any QB worth having, so we're going to keep Josh Rosen. Okay, he stays another year. And this running back looks ridiculous. I'll consider it. 4.27 speed. 6'1", a spectacular catch. Leon Dupree might warrant getting drafted high by me. Early first-round tight end, Rudy Woodard. We have some options. We need a tackle as well. They're not that good. Here we are at number 6. What is available? There's Leon Dupree. I mean, it's super tempting because Robert Woods is going to be gone. He's someone that probably regressed down by like 3. Did he not? I mean, he lost a lot. He's an 86 overall. He's going to have to go, though. Going to have to go. And then who else is there? Leon Dupree is probably going to be my pick. I like our defense. It's not amazing, but we have some guys we can develop in there. Cornerback's pretty good. I think I'm going receiver. Leon Dupree, welcome to LA. Well, he's already probably fairly familiar with the area. Going to college at Stanford. Not too far. Same state. 78 overall, number 2 in the class. Unfortunately for him, only normal development, or maybe more unfortunately for me. He's got 97 speed with 86 spectacular catch coming out, though. Decent route running, decent overall catching. He should be unbelievable. I mean, that tight end's pretty sick, but it doesn't really make sense to take him there. I don't know. Kind of a weird draft class for me. I don't love the players we can take. Like, there are some decent safeties. They're all really, really slow. There are some decent defensive tackles, but, I mean, nothing crazy. Nothing I really want to take in the first round. I think this is a trade down spot. Get a first rounder next year. The trade I'm making is a first rounder this year, number 11, number 79 this year, and a 6th. And we're trading with the Jets to get their first rounder next year. Hopefully it's easily top 10. And a 3rd, which I hope is better than number 79. So I am taking a bit of a risk here, a bit of a gamble. and saying that the Jets are going to be really bad next year. They still have Sam Darnold. I hope they suck, so that pick's really good. Both of them. I think Jaden Adams is the best value pick for us in this draft. He's almost purely a run stopper, from what I can tell at least. I don't think he's going to offer any type of pass rush at all. He's basically Sebastian Joseph Day, but younger. 73 overall, number 14 in the draft team at 47, only normal development. He actually does have 72 power moves, way better than I thought it would be. He's slow, but he's not bad. But that's going to do it for the draft. Didn't really accomplish a whole lot this year. It really didn't seem to be that crazy of a class, at least not from what I could actually draft. Wasn't really going to go after a running back. Wasn't going to take a tight end at 11. I don't know. I felt like we made the right moves overall because we have Gerald Everett. I wanted the tight end, but just didn't find it to be worth it. Who's the number 1 overall player in the draft? Was a running back. Knew he was going to be pretty good. Quite good. Not very well balanced. And where's his tight end? Rudy Woodard, 77. Star, better development. I mean, clearly very good. Only 59 run block. He's 23 years old. If he has superstar, I'll be a little upset. If not, we have Gerald Everett. He has star. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Okay, so with the guys who have 1 year left on their deal, it makes a ton of sense to trade A'Shawn Robinson. Sebastian Joseph Day as well, but I might just keep him because he starts and is good. So A'Shawn Robinson for sure. And that might just have to be it. Like we talked about Robert Woods. He's super expensive. He's 29. He's going to regress. But I want to keep him for this year. It is going to end up costing Sebastian Joseph Day. I really didn't want to trade him, but because he's basically the defensive tackle we just drafted, and he's in the final year of his contract, there wasn't really a need to keep him. So Jaden Adams gets the starting nose tackle role, and he honestly should be pretty good in that role. So maybe this is just for the best. So yeah, I am going to play Dupree in the slot. I got to change the offensive book. For the defense, I mean, we've been going 3-4 storm a lot lately, but I'm going to go base 3-4 again. That's what we just used. Just stuck with what the Rams had, and it worked out pretty well. Oh, I was going to consider trading Michael Brockers. 2 years left. All right, we don't have to. Okay, cool. He's going to regress. He's not really going to have a ton of trade value, but we're going to keep things as they are, and we could see some really, really good results. We got a solid team. It's not amazing, obviously. Just the draft class last year wasn't even close to good enough. There were no good offensive linemen. There were no good quarterbacks. There weren't really any good players. I mean, like, there were, but just, like, at weird positions, mostly that we didn't even need. So, kind of just had to take that one on the chin, move on, and look forward to the next year. Midseason mark of 2021. We are 2-5. No, no, no. The offense is terrible. How's our defense looking? They're okay. Micah Kaiser, Austin Corbett in here. We didn't even talk about Kenny Young. I think he's a pretty good player in real life. 68 feels like a little bit too low, but I don't really know how much he's going to play at any point. I'll give him a 4-year contract. He's a solid backup, even though I should have started him. I kind of forgot Kenny Young was on the team. He was involved in that in a Ravens move. But, I mean, Austin Corbett is 25 years old. What will he get up to? Not that high of an overall. But for that contract, he wants more money. I don't want Micah Kaiser. I'd rather have Kenny Young. You know what? Let me take Micah Kaiser out of there right now. Let me get Kenny Young in there right now. So, unfortunately, Season 2 just isn't going to be our year. We were in a really, really weird area where, let me tell you, we would be in the same spot a year down the line with Jared Goff, with a bunch of bad contracts weighing against, like, our actual potential to bring in more players, because money's important, and Jared Goff was eating up so much of it, and we made the playoffs. I was in this big speech about, hey, we had to get worse to get better, and here we are, opposite of last season. We have somehow made the playoffs. 27th best offense, but Jared Goff wasn't even, or Josh Rosen, they're like the same guy. It wasn't even bad. Almost 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Probably had no running game. Cam Akers was not very good. only 3.7 yards per carry. Receiving, Cooper Kupp had 948 yards, 8 TDs. Gerald Everett, almost 900 yards, 10 touchdowns. As a rookie, Leon Dupree, almost 800 yards, 5 TDs. Would like those numbers to be a little bit better. Robert Woods didn't do a whole lot. Taylor Rapp led the team in tackles with 125, 9 for loss, a sack, and a pick. Terrell Lewis had 11 tackles for loss, and that's for sacks. Went down big time. Aaron Donald goes from 26 to 12.5. 5.5 for Ibukam, 3.5 Brockers, 3 for Terrell Lewis. I mean, the sack numbers just across the board were down. 4 picks for John Johnson. I don't think our defense would have been too bad. Show me. 26th in yards. It can't be. It can't be. Points per game. Where were we? About middle of the pack, maybe? Like towards the bottom? Like 18th, something like that. What about points for defense? About middle of the pack, almost exactly average. That's peculiar. How do we even make the playoffs? How do we win enough games? I'm actually kind of shocked about that. Mahomes wins MVP. We're not going to see any Rams in here. Not even for Offensive Player of the Year. Really, Josh Rosen got votes. Kind of surprised me. He had a good season, but he ranked kind of low. But all right, Defensive Player of the Year, Fred Warner. No votes at all for Aaron Donald, unfortunately. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Dominique Spiller. He's a receiver, which sucks because Leon Dupree, also a receiver. Would have been nice for him to win that. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Junior Ford. Jaden Adams, a D-tackle, finishes at 6th. I don't know, man. This has been a very, very strange start. We'll see if we can beat the Cowboys in the wild card. Offense needs to be better. We lost 38-9. Offense and defense was terrible. But we're going to jump on into 2022. We got the offseason first. Austin Corbett is here. 71 overall, 26 years old. I'm going to let him go. Just not worth that contract to me. I can't pay that over $4 million a year. It's just not going to happen. TJ Watt is in free agency, as is JJ Watt. That's a fun storyline. But TJ Watt's got to get a contract. I mean, there's no bones about it. Fred Warner's here. He'd be really, really helpful to bring in. But I feel like we've gotten him a little bit too much recently, so I got to keep these fresh. JJ Watt would be a really good addition with his brother. I might actually look to do that. Too expensive. I think Mitchell Schwartz would be way more valuable for the price. Like, I get that he's 33, but the fact that nobody wants Mitchell Schwartz in the entire NFL is just peculiar to me. I figured there'd be some interest in there for him. Could bring back Sebastian Joseph Day. I don't think we're going to be able to afford Deron Payne. I mean, maybe slightly. 72 points. If we get him, we get him. I don't think we're going to. But we shall see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nope, Deron Payne immediately rejects and signs elsewhere. Which might even just be for the best. Because now we can get Sebastian Joseph Day. Bring him back. Is it even worth it? You know, it's probably not. It's probably not. Let me ignore that. We got Mitchell Schwartz. Huge addition to our offensive line. We are still the only team going after TJ Watt. Which is insanity. Which means I'm going to take that money down. His options are getting limited. I don't have to pay him as much. So if we can get him for that steal, I would be so in. And we got him. TJ Watt, welcome to Los Angeles. And suddenly, this defense is amazing. Aaron Donald, TJ Watt. What a combo. He's a really good scheme fit as well. I mean, we have basically this triangle on the right side of the field with Donald, Watt, and Ramsey in 3 different levels of the defense. I mean, that's disgusting. Okay, NFL draft time. We need to get better. I would love to draft a quarterback. Maybe a good running back. Robert Woods probably should be traded here. We need upgrades on the line badly. Because even though Mitchell Schwartz is a great pickup, it's a Band-Aid. He's 33 years old. There's a good chance he retires at the end of this season. Maybe not a good chance, but there is a chance that happens. Havenstein is fine at right tackle. I guess we really only need a guard. And then defensively, I would take a corner, maybe. I would take a middle linebacker, and I would take a defensive lineman. Michael Brockers probably should get traded as well. I'm making big trades if I need to. Rosen, Woods, Brockers, all of them could be on the move. Finally, some QBs. Chris Long out of Tennessee, that's my guy. Man, per usual in the draft, the tackles just suck. I don't know what happened, but like they nerfed offensive line so badly, you can never find any even okay ones. Look at this. Unless they're a center, they're going to be terrible every time. So boring. Patrick Hill, this is my guy here too. 6'3", 260 or 255, 22-year-old middle linebacker at a linebacker university, Penn State. 4.45 speed, awesome top skills. Patrick Hill, need him to play downhill as a linebacker. That's what you want. And I might have to draft him. All right, simulating to number 6 overall. I need that quarterback to still be there. And he is. Chris Long out of Tennessee. We're taking him. Welcome to Los Angeles. QB of the future. 76 overall. Unfortunately, has only normal development. He's number 6. We took him at number 6. He's got a pretty good arm. He's got great accuracy overall. He is better than Rosen, but not by a lot, unfortunately. I'm going to reach for the player I want right now. Do not want to let Patrick Hill get away from me. Welcome to the Rams. 77 overall, number 2 in the class. Took him at 14. Only normal development as well, but you really can't, well, I was going to say you can't find a fault, and then I saw zone coverage and man coverage. Wow, super bad, but everything else about him is great. But he really cannot cover. There goes Lloyd Connor, 74 overall quarterback, but I'd rather have him if he has better than normal dev, which I would say odds are he probably does at QB. And what do I take here at 20? I mean, there's just not a whole lot for me here. Could take a running back. It's an elusive back with B+ trucking as a top skill. That's tempting, but we also already have a running back of the future in Cam Akers probably, so I don't know what we do with this. Okay, trading Michael Brockers in a first-round pick for Quentin Nelson. We get a 99 overall left guard. I'd say that certainly solidifies our offensive line. And we have a bit of an issue at defensive end now, but he was someone we had to trade. He was regressing pretty quickly. And I might just keep Robert Woods. Second round. I mean, is there anyone good available? This receiver looks pretty good. Physical guy, 6'5", 224, ran a 4.35. Is not going to be able to run routes at all. That's his problem. These draft classes have actually been pretty awful. I'm going to try and make a move for a first rounder next year. Who could be bad? I don't know. It's always so weird at this point. I think the Vikings could be pretty bad. Let's try to do 2 2s and a 3 for a first. Oh, it's so close. Huh. Just a 2 and a 3 gets me a first round pick from the Steelers next year. Pretty awesome. And I think a 2 and a 3 could get me a first round pick from somebody else. Okay, it's a 2 and a 3 this year and a 3 next year for a first next year from the 49ers. Interdivisional trading isn't my favorite, but I think we fleeced him. It's so wild. Robert Woods just like refuses to do any regression or any regressing that affects his overall. Wild. This is the team. It has improved. We've obviously upgraded the offensive line quite a bit. And then defensively, in a bit of a weird spot. I don't think Terrell Lewis is the guy at left end for me. But with the addition of TJ Watt, I mean, I like Ibukam. I don't really think that I'm willing to get rid of him or start Terrell Lewis over him at this moment, especially with 3 years left on his contract. So I'm just going to keep him right where he is for right now. This is the team. Very interested to see how this rookie year goes for my QB. Like, I feel I'm just not that excited about him. Only normal development just kind of takes the wind out of my sails in that regard. Playoff time. Are we involved? We are 8-8. Won the division. Very, very close, highly contested division. And Chris Long has actually set the record for not only passing touchdowns in a season by a rookie, but passing yards, beating Andrew Luck in terms of yards and beating Baker Mayfield for touchdowns. What a year from the rookie. Rushing, Cam Akers wasn't overly impressive. It's so tough with like non-high overall running backs in this game. They just don't perform. Receiving, Cooper Kupp over 1,000 yards. Gerald Everett over 1,000 yards. 8 TDs led the team. Leon Dupree, almost 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Robert Woods, almost 900 yards, 5 touchdowns. Defensively, Patrick Hill is a rookie, 114 tackles, 8 for loss, 2.5 sacks. Way to get after it. 18 tackles for loss for Jaden Adams, 16 for Terrell Lewis. Maybe he is the guy at left end. Wasn't even a rush end for me. Played great, 7.5 sacks. Aaron Donald led with 11.5. TJ Watt also had 11.5. 7.5 for Terrell Lewis. Jaden Adams, 4.5. See, where in the world did Ebukam? Oh, there he is, 2.5. I didn't even see that. He was a rush end. He played 925 downs to Terrell Lewis, 588. And he got outplayed big time. Terrell Lewis might have to be my rush end. Russell Wilson wins MVP. Surprised we didn't see any votes for our rookie QBs. Russell Wilson wins Offensive Player of the Year. Chris Long at 9. Defensive Player of the Year is Jordan Hicks. No Rams. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, is going to be Chris Long. He better get star dev. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Danny Childress. Patrick Hill, the middle linebacker, at 3. No other Rams in there. Best quarterback, Russell Wilson, of course, but Chris Long is in there at number 7. +1 speed for Cooper Kupp. Okay. 89. Not sure that's going to change much. But we'll see if we can beat the Giants here in the wild card. And we do. 31-20. Cowboys eliminated us from playoff contention last year. And let's take that elimination and turn it to a victory this time around. They went 12-4. Please. Nope. Once again, the Cowboys eliminate the LA Rams. We're headed to the 2022 offseason, followed up by the 2023 draft and subsequent season. Taylor Rapp's a free agent. I forgot to re-sign guys at the midseason mark. Right? I want David Edwards. I want David Long. Austin Blythe is 31 at this point? How is that possible? Probably should bring back him and Havenstein, though. Taylor Rapp's up to an 80 overall. Like, he's more of a linebacker anyway than a safety. But I probably want to bring him back. 5-year deal would work for me. And he is back. Havenstein going to test free agency. That's fine. I offered him a 2-year deal. Austin Blythe is not too expensive. He's going to test out free agency as well. I can't lose. Well, yeah, David Long's fine to come back. I cannot lose David Edwards, though. No way, no how. He needs to come back. Spend the money on that. Had to happen. Because we were losing 2 pieces of our defensive line. Had to bring back David Edwards. 22 mil to spend. Who's here? Fred Warner back. Kareem Hunt. Montez Sweat. Ooh, Terrell Lewis got superstar development. See that on the depth chart? Okay. Maybe he is the guy. Bobby Okariki's in here. How does no one want Corey Linsley? I mean, that's an easy 3-year deal. I'm going to take the money down on that because we don't need to pay him that much. No one's going after him. I mean, that's a really, really good contract either way. Okay, big free agency for us. Got a new kicker long-term, Brandon McManus. Rob Havenstein, Corey Linsley, both have accepted. So Havenstein's back. 2-year deal. He's not really that expensive. Our offensive line, if anything, improved. Long got upgraded to star dev. Love to see that. What do I want from him? Just general accuracy has to go up with him. Otherwise, he's fine. So field general is going to be the look all the way. I think that's good. I mean, almost nothing got upgraded there. Awareness is cool. Dupree, I need to go up in development trait, please. And then defensively, the fact that Terrell Lewis went up to superstar is beyond shocking, and I'm super excited about it. Because this means that he can be the guy going forward. Did Jaden Adams go up to star? He did it. Man, we got some big upgrades. I'm shocked that our middle linebacker didn't get upgraded. Aaron Donald's regressing. I don't like... What is blitz? I don't think that's good. Maybe it is. I don't know. I never know. We can't even upgrade Jalen Ramsey. He's maxed out. Draft time. Picking at number 10. What do we need here? I mean, it's going to be almost best player available. I would say definitely not QB, but I mean, there's some amazing value. Trent Stevens, 5'11", Boise State QB, early first-round guy, ran sub 4.5, A+ throw power. I'm going to have to heavily consider that. Oh, some great centers. Probably should draft both these guys. At least it'd be wise to take this center out of Alabama for sure. And then I mean, I think defensive line could still use some help. I mean, there's such amazing value down the board. That's crazy with this class. That's wild. Roger Parker. I mean, look at him. We really could use a corner. It's not a great class for that. These draft classes have been super weird. Like, LaMarcus Campbell is the best corner, and I don't really even want LaMarcus Campbell. He's, like, pretty good. Might have a development trait. It's going to be a really tough pick when we get to number 10. Don't pick again till 25. Devon Hendricks has A power moves. It just doesn't seem to matter as much in simulation. I don't know. I'm kind of in between guys right here. Should we just take the center? It's kind of boring. I think Devon Hendricks just makes the most sense. Could be a rush D tackle. Could be a straight up D tackle. Devon Hendricks, welcome to the team. Number 2 in the draft. Only normal dev. What's new? 77 overall. 84 speed with 88 power moves. 80 tackle. Block shed's not that great. I mean, he looks to be a pretty good player. So here's what I'm going to do. Jeremy Cox will be a lower overall than 2 of these safeties down here. Like Roger Parker and I believe Keenan Irving. Yeah, both early first round guys, but they're like almost more linebackers. And I'm looking for more of a cornerback. Jeremy Cox has B-man coverage, 4.49 speed. I think he can play corner. He's only a 74 overall. If he had star or better development, that would be a good pick. But of course, he doesn't. 89 speed, 76 man, 68 zone. I think he's a cornerback. It's where he's going to play. I'm going QB at the end of the first round. Trent Stevens is just way too good to pass up on. 76 overall, number 3 in the class. Star better development. And we have a quarterback controversy. 90 speed, 92 throw power. Okay, that's ridiculous. I might have to start him. End of the second round. I'm taking Gabe Wise. Center of the future, maybe. 75 overall. Only normal development. Number 5 in the class. Really, really well balanced. Strength is a little bit low, but overall is a good player. We're going to advance to the end of the draft. We got a real quarterback situation going on. Because if our QB has superstar dev we just drafted, he is a better move than the QB we have. And yes, I am aware he broke the record for yards and touchdowns as a rookie. It's the playbook. It's the playbook, not necessarily the player. We have a higher ceiling potentially with the quarterback we just drafted. And I think it's worth the gamble. Like, Chris Long's good. But could Trent Stevens be great? I'm going to gamble. And we have 3 usable quarterbacks here. Something's got to give. Josh Rosen probably has to go. With Devon Hendricks, I think his best fit says he wants to be a rush right end for us. I don't know about that. 88 power moves. I mean, that is pretty good. But I think his best fit might be D tackle. So Hendricks is a 74 overall D tackle, but that's fine because he's not going to start at D tackle because we're in a 3-4, but he can be a rush D tackle and be really, really good in that role. Terrell Lewis off the edge, TJ Watt off the edge, Aaron Donald, Hendricks up the middle. Ibukam, I don't know what to do with him. Like, he'll just stay where he is for now. I think ultimately, if he goes off the team, Terrell Lewis goes back to right outside linebacker. Hendricks goes over to left end. But I think that's going to be the team. Robert Woods in the slot? I guess so. I mean, Leon Dupree's not getting upgraded anytime soon. Nah, I'm still going to put him in there. I'm going to try. I'm going to go for it. I got it. And I'm taking a gamble with this rookie quarterback. I know we just had a great performance from our QB last year. I get that, but I'm getting crazy. I've been going wild in these rebuilds lately. I honestly got to chill, but I got to take the chance. I'm going to stop this sim at week 6 here. It's going to go into week 7 just before the trade deadline. We are 4-1 coming off our first loss. What is the dev trait of this quarterback? We don't know because he wasn't starting. Did they sub him out? He has 200 snaps. Were they all in the preseason? He hasn't played. I mean, you got to be kidding me. You actually have to be kidding me. His upgrades are just so weird. He's an 82. Stevens is already 78, isn't even playing. I'm just so confused. Is Robert Woods in the final year of his deal yet? I think Cooper Kupp is, right? Let's see who has 1 year left. Cooper Kupp, Mitchell Schwartz, Johnny Hekker, Terrell Burgess, Cam Akers, Terrell Lewis. Okay, I mean, we got some big guys in here. Terrell Lewis might be cheap because he's below an 80 overall. So I think now is the exact right time to extend some of these guys. Can't negotiate with Terrell Lewis yet. Be ready. Why are you not ready? Darius Williams is down to a 78. No. Cam Akers really isn't all that expensive. And he's back. Cooper Kupp, Mitchell Schwartz, all back. Terrell Burgess back. Cam Akers back. I want Terrell Lewis right now. I mean, Jordan Fuller's an interesting one. He is an interesting one because he's a very good backup. And does probably play a little bit. He's pretty cheap. He needs more money. I wonder if that impedes us from getting Terrell Lewis. They say we need a quarterback. That's actually like the last thing we need because we have so many QBs. Josh Rosen's got to be the one to go for right now. Josh Rosen and a third gets me a first-round pick from the Patriots. Josh Rosen just does feel like a Patriots-type player. Someone that they would figure out, mold into the next Tom Brady somehow. What a comeback story that would be in real life. Although I find it a little bit unlikely. We're going to try out the rookie quarterback for a few weeks. If he hasn't got better than Starr, he's out and Long's going to stay in. But I needed to see. The fact that he didn't play is super frustrating. We're 5-6 now. After starting out 4-1, we are losing and losing and losing and losing. But Stevens has star dev or superstar dev. It was all worth it. Trent Stevens has superstar development. This was absolutely the move. All right, Terrell Lewis, 5-year deal. It's a reasonable contract for both sides. Jordan Fuller, I thought we re-signed. He just wants a little bit more money. I'm fine to do that. Jordan Fuller, welcome back. Johnny Hecker's a really good player. I'm not paying that much for a punter. When we can get him for cheap in actual free agency, I just can't do it. We made the playoffs at 8-8. Won the division. What a weird year. Trent Stevens, split time. We benched Chris Long after 15 touchdowns and 2 picks. Trent Stevens threw for 3,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He averaged way more yards per game. Way more. That's interesting. I mean, because 16 games played versus not actually playing 16. I mean, they both didn't. I'm confused. Downs played for Trent Stevens was way more. I don't know, man. I mean, they both played well. Had to go with the superstar dev player. I had a feeling. Risked it for the biscuit. Cam Akers was okay. It wasn't really the focal point. Leon Dupree, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Everett was good. Cooper Kupp was good. Robert Woods was good. All 8 touchdowns pretty much. Defensively, Taylor Rapp, 131 tackles, 6 for loss, 3 picks, and 1.5 sacks. Aaron Donald back to 20-plus sacks with 21.5, 12 tackles for loss, led the team. TJ Watt, 11.5 sacks, 6 for Devon Hendricks, 5 for Terrell Lewis. Maybe he just shouldn't be the rush end? I don't know what's going on there. Interceptions, 3 for Rapp, 3 for Darius Williams, 2 for Terrell Burgess, David Long, and Jalen Ramsey. Yearly awards, we got Baker Mayfield as the MVP. No Rams in there. Not a surprise since we split time. Jordan Love wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Aaron Donald once again. Taylor Rapp at 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Felix James. Didn't get it with Trent Stevens. Must be a QB that started the entire year. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Cole Patton. Devon Hendricks at 7. And somehow we've just managed to sneak into the playoffs again. Seems to be our thing. We do finally have our QB of the future, though. Which means I don't know what we do with this other guy. I really don't. We won, though. 35-25. We're in the divisional. This has been one of the weirder rebuilds I did. The Bills one was like the craziest. This one was just weird. Can we beat the Saints in the divisional? Yes. 24-21. And now it's Jordan Love and the Packers in the conference championship. I'm jumping in. going at Lambeau. 90 overall Rams against the 88 overall Packers. Let's get it done. How do we have 5 points? We got a safety? It's 24-8. 27-8. We're getting blown out. It's 35-8. 34-8. They didn't actually score. 34-15. If we can force a stop, and they punted, we actually have a chance. Only 4-minute quarters. My QB has 90 speed, though. We might be able to make a comeback. It would be severely improbable. What is this rush? Got sacked in half a second. Yeah, the game's over. I mean, we didn't have a chance. Jumped in too late, I guess. Eliminated here in the conference championship. Our offense did nothing. Wow, Trent Stevens, 0 touchdowns, 3 picks. Oh, you should have kept the other guy. He was great. Listen, it's a move for the future. Sometimes you got to take a step back to go 2 steps forward. Johnny Hekker, I do want to bring him back. His Darius Williams down to a 76. But he's just not worth the $4 million when I can get him for like 1. I'd rather save the extra $3 million and invest it in a different area of the team. Seems like on this occasion, not really going to be able to do that. Man, Isaiah Simmons or Jeremy Chin would be very cool. But it's actually just going to be Johnny Hekker because I want him back. He's a staple of this team. Hey, Terrell Burgess got superstar dev. Oh, I'm liking this. We need a cornerback pretty bad. We're going to have to draft one. Jeff Okuda, normal dev, is in there. Our middle linebacker still can't get upgraded. Samson Ebukam is, I feel like he's been a 78 overall, literally the entire rebuild. Terrell Lewis is down back to star. Come on, man. All right, we got Hekker. This has to be the draft where I trade this quarterback. Has to be. Picking at number 4. Tell me there are some good players in here. Please. Dalton Overton. He's slow, but he looks pretty good. So there are 4 early first-round corners. I want to say that Nazir Harris looks like the best one. He's taking Nas a move. There's a 77 overall receiver. There he is. We're going to take him at 4. Nas Harris out of UCLA. Welcome. 76 overall, number 7 in the draft. Definitely not the best one. Just at least the most well-balanced. 74 man, 72 zone. Does have 70 presto, 94 speed, 95 acceleration. I mean, looks to be a really good player, but normal dev sucks to get. No bones about it. And Mitchell Schwartz retired, which means that Gabe Wise probably moves over to play left tackle. Chris Long headed to the Browns. 3rd round pick next year, 5th rounder this year, and we get number 6 overall. Dude, these drafts have actually kind of sucked, and I'm getting frustrated with it. We go Taylor Hobbs. We don't necessarily need another corner. So who's the best player I can get? Chris Simmons. He'd be a more pure D tackle, but we don't know if he can rush the passer at all. Couple good corners. This is another D tackle. Don't know if he can rush the passer at all. Dexter Harris, decent player. I think taking another corner would be our best bet. I'm going to go Nate Amos, way better combine grade. They're both early first-round guys anyway. Let's try to hit. 76 overall, star, better development. Ranked number 9. We took him at number 6. 69. Nice. Only 21 years old. Not really a cover guy, but is fast. And does have star, better development. So he's going to upgrade a lot faster than a lot of these other players. And then Chris Simmons is still available. Why not at the end of the first? 76 overall, only normal development. Good power, finesse, and block shed. Yeah, he's made to be a D tackle. End of the second, best player available is a D tackle. We don't need him, but he's the best player available. 74 overall, number 13 in the class. Took him at 61. Only normal development. Offers no pass rush. Another pure nose tackle. These drafts have been pretty brutal. It's not even just the players I'm taking. We've gotten some decent ones. Just the overall classes are not that good from what I can tell. I've just been getting a weird feeling about all of them. So this is the team. Dupree finally got star dev, by the way. He's up to an 85 overall. Robert Woods, I always thought I was going to trade him, but I don't know. I mean, he's just fine to be a 3rd option. It is what it is. Defense looking pretty good. Love to see some of the dev trades showing out. It's a shame Terrell Lewis lost superstar, though. I mean, that was awesome. And then, poof, it's gone. But I've changed up some of the alignments. We got Hendricks to left end now, but he still is a rush D tackle. And then defensively, Simmons, the end we drafted, has been moved to D tackle, where he's a 77 overall. Just looks way more like a D tackle, but one with elite speed. 88 overall team. Hoping we can like actually find our rhythm here and win more than 8 games in a year. It seems like it's enough to win the division, but let's get like 11. Rattle off 11. 4-3 as Quentin Nelson is going to be a free agent, as is Aaron Donald, Leon Dupree. I mean, a lot of big players. Ibukam's done. His time with the Rams is over. We do have money, though. Quentin Nelson, 5-year contract. He's back. Aaron Donald, they'd give probably 3 years. I mean, that's a value. Aaron Donald is just still amazing. He's back. Leon Dupree I want back. He's going to be expensive, although not nearly as expensive as I thought. I mean, that's an easy bargain. Gerald Everett's 30. Jaden Adams I want. He's pretty good. He's a little bit more expensive than I would have thought, and he wants more money. We will worry about the rest when the time comes. 9-7. It didn't actually win the division. The Seahawks did at 11-5. 22nd best offense, but I feel like Trent Stevens played pretty well. 19th best defense. How do we win? I mean, Trent Stevens had like very similar numbers to Josh Rosen year one, just more yards. I think the exact same touchdown interception ratio. Cam Akers was okay. He's not really getting a ton of attempts. Receiving, Robert Woods had 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns in the slot. Cooper Kupp, great year. Gerald Everett was really good. Leon Dupree was great, had 96 catches. Defensively, Taylor Rapp had an unreal year. 4.5 sacks, 3 picks, 8 tackles for loss, and 116 tackles. 25 tackles for loss for Aaron Donald. Also, 15.5 sacks led the way. 11.5 for TJ Watt, 6.5 Terrell Lewis, 4.5 Rapp, 4 for Devon Hendricks. Everyone's getting after the QB, and you love to see it. 3 picks for Rapp, 3 for Ramsey, 2 for Nate Amos, the rookie out of Ohio State, 2 for David Long. Interceptions, Russell Wilson wins MVP. Ooh, Trent Stevens at 6. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson. Trent Stevens at 4. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald again. Taylor Rapp at 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Christian Quick. Enrique Chapman at 2. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Nate Amos. Okay. Trent Stevens up to an 88 overall with morale. His deep accuracy is super bad. Improviser it is. And that is our scheme fit as well. If we can actually make that his main archetype. +3 throw under pressure. What's happening? I need that deep accuracy to go up. But other than that, he looks really, really good. Wild card game. We got the Atlanta Falcons. Let's knock them off. Nope, we get killed. 35-17. We'll do one more season, man. We're struggling right now. Gerald Everett, I'm good to wait on that for a minute. Got to give more money to Jaden Adams. But the rest we don't really need. Even Marcus Mariota. We'll look at tight end in the draft. We'll look at tight end in free agency. But I'm good to actually go into free agency with money for once. It's going to be a really nice change. 25 mil. Keenan Allen is here. Don't need him. Khalil Mack is in here. It's 34. Don't really need him. Kind of a stud free safety here, but again, just don't need him. All right, we got Juwan Taylor and also brought Gerald Everett back. No one was going after him. He was the best tight end available. Thought, why not? It's not a great free agent class. It isn't. But I think we did a pretty good job to fill up some gaps. It's a good team. We don't really need a whole lot. Amos only had star, but we are going to upgrade him even more. What do we want here? Would love for zone coverage to be a bit higher. He goes up to an 81. Who does he look like to me? He looks like somebody. I don't think I'm going to be able to put my finger on it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. We'll go to the draft. Number 19. What do we really need? Again, it's like a best player available type situation. Need a backup QB as well. Seems like we might be able to pick a starter if we wanted. Chip Parker. Looks like the real deal. I mean, I can't remember the last time I found an early offensive line player, early first round guy that wasn't a center. And it's pretty rare to find guards as well who have a higher than mid first round. They're all like late usually. Now at number 19, who is available? Could go running back. We're going tight end. Chris Watkins, 77 overall, number 3 in the draft. Only normal development. 6'6", 272 out of Texas Hook'em Horns. 86 speed at 6'6", 272. Oh my word. We'll take centers in hopes that they have higher than normal depth. But to get someone who's ranked 15th in the class and for them to be a 75 overall is kind of ridiculous. The other center I wanted went one pick before us. Not that it really matters. Eddie Leak, welcome to the team. Beast. That'll be the draft. So this is the team for the final year. I mean, it's a really good team. 89 overall, 89 offense, 91 defense. I would say, yeah, the strength of the team is definitely on the defensive side of the ball. The overall will tell you that. But also just looking at the team will tell you that. We'll see what they can do. I don't know why I'm just not confident in them. It's a really good team, but I just have no confidence. Prove me wrong. 4-3 at the bye, just after it. We're in position to take the division with a win against the 49ers, but that's a tough task. Just wish them luck, I guess. 31-7. Okay. That's how you go out and make a play. Bunch of plays, win the game. Under 100 offensive rush yards, under 120 pass yards. Is our defense actually that good? We didn't really have much in the way of any type of offense. Why is Cummins playing way more than Cam Akers? What's happening? He was terrible, to be fair. TJ Watt, 2 sacks. Like to see that. We made the playoffs. 10-6. Won the division by 2 games. Second best offense in the league, and Trent Stevens threw for almost 5,000 yards. Yeah, I mean, a little bit off it. 150 plus, but 4,800 plus is still really good. 31 touchdowns, 9 picks. Rushing. Cam Akers over 800 yards, 10 touchdowns. Receiving. Robert Woods, almost 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp, a yard shy from McKay, 7 TDs. Everett, over 900, 8 touchdowns. Leon Dupree had 1 touchdown and almost 800 yards. Defensively, Nate Amos, 111 tackles, 5 for loss, 1 sack. TJ Watt had 17.5 sacks. 9 from Donald, 4.5 Terrell Lewis, 4 Devon Hendricks. TJ Watt just put the defense on his back. 3 picks from Rapp, 2 from John Johnson. Russell Wilson wins MVP. Trent Stevens at 4. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson. Trent Stevens at 2. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt. Okay, I like it. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Isaac Richardson. Chris Watkins. Oh, the tight end at 3. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Dwayne Tarrant. Thought about drafting him. He looked really good. Didn't have a chance. Went too soon. Best QB goes to Dak and not Trent Stevens. I'm heated. Can we beat the Cowboys? We have a home field advantage matchup. 49-28, we're moving on, and it's the Giants in the divisional. Please. Please, Rams. Win. Yes, 31-3, crushed them. Packers in the conference championship. I'm jumping in. We lost the first time. This time, we're not going to Lambeau. We have home field. Let's crush them. We're up 18-3, 25-3 right now. 32-3. Our defense is amazing, and our offense is actually coming to play. 35-9 is your final. This team's getting hot at the right time. Actually steamrolling opponents. They had Jameis Winston. We better have won. Our quarterback's honestly not doing a whole lot. Okay, our backup running back's kind of a beast. But our defense is just going off. It's too much for any opposing offense. It's too much. We got the Super Bowl, and it's not a team I want to see here. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes. We have a 90 overall. Any dev trait increases. Robert Woods chooses the final season as a 33-year-old to get superstar development. Oh, he won wide receiver of the year. That'll do it. Dupree's into the 90s. Defensively, any upgrades? Not that I can see. I don't think anyone went up. How do we have like the best defense in the entire NFL? Best defense in the league, and just never went up in any development traits anywhere. 90 overall against 86 overall. Hopefully it's enough. The Chiefs' offense is amazing. Our defense is amazing. Let's hope our offense can actually pick up the slack and keep up with the Chiefs. 7-0 early. Chiefs answer right back. 14-7 Chiefs. Oh, big stop. Big stop. I thought it was going to be 27 or 21-7 Chiefs. 14-10. 17-10. I got to jump in. Got to jump in. Also, absolutely the game of the year is happening right now. And that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Dupree! TD! baby! The game of the year is happening right now. Ravens, Browns. Kareem Hunt just scored with like a minute to go. This game has been so crazy, but also, I mean, you might not be watching this when like week 13 NFL is relevant. Week 14, Ravens, Browns is going wild. Also, that was the slowest kick of all time. Are we not on all Madden? We are. I mean, that felt so slow. Is it focus kicker? Because Johnny Hecker has that. Was he our kicker? Maybe. I don't know. We need to stop. I mean, we got DBs all over the field, and it's not going to be good for tackling. Oh, the ball's loose, though. Big hit. Recovered by John Johnson. And we could run this into the ground. We can take the lead. Touchdown, Rams. 24-17. We have the football right now? We gotta. We have the football. How do we get it back? Did Patrick Mahomes just throw it right to us? Second and goal. Cummins. Come in there. Couldn't finish. Okay, here's what we're doing right now. We can't win the game on this play. There's 7 seconds remaining. We are up by 7. I don't want to risk a blocked field goal. So we're going to run it on 4th and goal from the 3, up by 7. And just stall for time a little bit. Don't run back too far. And the Chiefs really should have one play to go 99 yards. Not quite 99, but 94 maybe. We'll take the delay a game. We'll just run it. Listen, I know it's like, why not just take the field goal? Go up by 2 possessions. I don't want to risk a block. Don't want to risk a block. 2 seconds. They have to go 73 yards. I tried to run back even farther, but he was just too fast. I don't think there's any way we allow points here. I just don't. We're going to blitz. Get on Taylor Rapp. Send Taylor Rapp. Lobbed up. Not even close. And that one is incomplete. The Rams have won the Super Bowl here in 2025. What a weird rebuild. Probably one of my weirdest rebuilds of the year, if not the very weirdest. So many weird trades, picks, stat lines, comebacks. I don't know, man. It was just very strange. John Johnson III. Who else would be player of the game? Super Bowl MVP for this rebuild with 1 interception. Looks like he came up in a really, really big moment, though. Cam Akers, Trent Stevens, Cooper Kupp, all up there to hoist the Lombardi. Taylor Rapp up there as well. But the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, are Super Bowl champions. I mean, also, I might as well have a live reaction here for Ravens-Browns. 38 seconds, 42-42. From the 47, Jackson with Dobbins split out to his right. There's a whistle. Okay. Jackson, shotgun, throws over the middle of the field, finds Willie Snead, but the tackle is made. Looks like Carl Joseph. Yeah. Inbounds. Ravens have no timeouts. It's second down. Are they going to spike the football here? No, they're going shotgun. 22 seconds. Jackson throws to his right side, gets the first down to Mark Andrews, but there's 15 seconds. They're going to go for a spike, and they're going to try a Justin Tucker field goal from super deep to end this. Best kicker in NFL history, Justin Tucker from 55. This will end the game if he hits it. It's 42 all. Kick is up. Straight down the middle. Curving. The kick is good. The Ravens are going to win. And that's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching. Take it easy.
It's insane, I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. I'ma turn taking it back to the house. Defense a joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.